All right, here is the video. In this video, you're going to learn how to create your own model in Project Zomboid. What we're going to do is we're going to create a handgun, and and yeah, that's exactly that. So what I have is a default new window and a basic square. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this crap because we really don't need it, and you can leave it there. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. I'm a little OCD and I like my shit clean. So, all right. You know what? I'm going to delete that too. Why not? So, the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to find an image from the internet that we will use as a template to draw from. So, to do that, go ahead and open Chrome or whatever you got. And in our case, we're going to model a Smith & Wesson M&P 9mm. A little off topic. I love this gun. I actually shot it. It was issued to me, and yeah. So, okay, back on topic. In order to get this right, you got to find a nice one, and You got to find the right model. Um, we actually have the M&P 2.0 newer version or the standard version. Um, Now, I am betting in the lore of Project Zomboid, this gun has not been made yet. I can't remember when it was produced, but hey, it's a mod, and you can do whatever you want in the mod. If you want to be lore friendly, you can, or if you want to have nice stuff and turn this game into a shooter, you do whatever you want. It's your model, and you can do what you want. So let me see what I can find. Basically, all I did was go to Google and type in M&P 9mm. You can type in Glock, you can type in M4, do whatever you want, search for whatever. In our case, it looks like we have a 500 by 500. Um, let's see what this is. Okay, that's a little bigger. Let's do the bigger one. I'm thinking the bigger it is, the better. So we'll choose this guy here. We're going to select View Image. We're going to make sure it's as big as possible. We're going to right click and save image as. Name it whatever you want. I usually just save it to my desktop just to make it simple. And from here, we got to get it into Blender. So to get it into Blender, press N to reveal your menu to the right. We're going to go to Background Images and hit Add Image. From here, we're going to select Open, go to your desktop, or wherever you downloaded the thing, and click into that thing right there. So when you hit Open, you're not going to see anything. That's normal. So if you've watched a basics video, you're going to press 5 and 3, and now you can see the weapon in the map. Or not the map, the blender. Just keep in mind, if you hold the mouse button and move, it's going to disappear. So you're going to have to press 3 again to review it. Let's say for some reason you hit 5 accidentally and you press 3, you're still not going to see it because you must be in isometric view. So you're going to press 5 to be in isometric view and press 3 to access the proper angle. From this point, you are ready to model. Now, what we're going to do is this is most likely going to be a long video, so you can fast forward it, do whatever. The point is, I want you to see how I made this gun, and you can learn from it or do whatever. It can be boring at times, so what I'm going to do is explain the important things in the next 5 minutes, and then after that, I'm probably going to be silent and make this damn thing. So that way, it's the best of both worlds. You guys can get the information up close, quick, and you're done, and you can go make your own. Or if you want to see the whole thing, you can. As I said in other videos, you don't want this thing to be very detailed because it's pointless. It's not going to show up in the game. Like this Picatinny rail system down here, the slide lock, the magazine release, the little pinhole. This stuff will not show in the game. So don't even bother messing with it. I mean, you can make it a perfect 1-1 ratio and have it beautiful. That's fine. But just keep in mind the try count. And typically for a gun, I like to keep it between 800 and 1200 tries. There could be a case where I go over a little bit. Okay, whatever. But just keep in mind the file size could be huge and it could lag the game. So for now, we're going to make it as simple as possible. Okay, so let's get started. What we're going to do is go to, while in object mode, select add, or wait a minute, hold on. Let me look for this damn thing. Okay, excuse me. In object mode, you're going to select add mesh and cube. This is going to add a cube. So we're going to drag on the blue, which is your z-axis, and your y-axis. And we're going to pretty much place this thing in the center of where it's going to be best. Okay, so looks like my wife got food, so I'm going to pause this video and come back to you in a minute. So I'll be right back. All right, so we're going to put this cube. You know what? I figured we'll put it at the pistol grip. We're going to rotate that to coincide with the angle of the grip. That looks good to me. All right, from here, I'm actually going to create a new window and put it over to my second monitor as like a good reference. And we're going to go into edit mode. This way, what we're going to do at this point is, excuse me, we're going to deselect the cube. We're going to go to face select, and we're going to drag the bottom part. So I'm going to move it, right click on that part, press 5 and 3 to get back. I'm going to drag this down. I'm going to drag it to the side, and that's about it. And there we go. Let me go to the top. See if that's going to do something I want. You know what? No. Let's just leave it there. Okay, so we've stretched that thing out, and that looks pretty good to me. So in order to, you're probably wondering, how do I deform it more to be accurate? Well, it's simple. On the left side, there is loop, cut, and slide. We're going to left click on that, and as you go over the cube, you're going to notice like a horizontal or vertical pink mark. We want a vertical mark. We're going to left click to select that, and now we can go up and down. What I want to do is insert a cut right here. Basically, I don't have the best advice of where to put this cut to conform the square to the pistol grip, so I'm just going to assume it's right here for now. And, damn, excuse me. Let me get a water or something. Okay, much better. Now, once we add that cut, we're going to look at it. I'm going to go to face select mode, and as you see, it made a cut. So I'm going to right click that part, press 5 and 3 and 5 again, and now we're here. So we can manipulate this over, but then we'll select that to go back. And there you go. And as you can see, it makes a cut to where you can actually start forming this thing. So you get the general idea. Let's make another cut right here. I'm going to go to face selection, select that, go back to ISO view, and there we go. So let's do another cut. So you kind of get the point. We're going to repeat this process many times to get to exactly what we want. So in here, we actually want this corner to move over, and we can't do it with the face selection, so we got to go to the edge selection, press A to deselect it, right click on that edge there, and now we're only moving the edge. And we moved it over a little bit, and there we go. So that's basically how the whole process is. So let's go to this thing and see if that's going to work for us. It does. Let's go down. Okay, there we go. So that actually works. Instead of face, let's do an edge. Oops. And let's see how that works. Yeah, that actually works pretty well. Oops. So in case you don't know what I was doing, I was pressing 5 and 3 to get the view that I need. Okay, so I deformed it a little bit more. So let's go to edge mode again, press A to deselect, select that edge. Let's go back. So now this is actually starting to form into a pistol grip. And that's exactly what we want. So hopefully you kind of get the idea of how this whole process will be. Well, we chose edge or the point, so we'll do that. There we go. Okay, and from here, it's really selecting the best option and implementing the change. And if it doesn't work, then undo it and find something else that may work. God damn, I cannot speak today. Okay, so shit. All right. Now you're probably wondering. Damn, I swear I'm not dying. Okay, so you're probably wondering that this is actually pretty damn thick. Well, ignore that thought for now. We will finish the thickness and the levels at the end. Let's just go down here. Now, with this is more of like an OCD. I just want to change it to appease my mind. You don't have to do that because all these loop and cuts, it's it actually makes it look really good. But since I'm thinking this is a handgun, it's going to be a low try count anyway, so we can get away with good details. So I'm going to select the face and move it up. Okay. Now let's do a loop, cut, and slide. We'll make it horizontal in there. And that's basically how you model. So let's insert a vertical loop, cut, and slide, and I'll show you what that looks like. We'll do a horizontal loop cut here. Let's say that and see what that looks like. No, let's not do that. And with time and experience, you'll get the idea of where your cut should be to make it go exactly where you want. I can be honest with you, I can't really tell you exactly where they should be, but in time you will understand how to do it. Okay. And as I told you probably 1,000 times, you're probably getting annoyed by it. This is not a high quality, or I shouldn't say high quality. It actually is high quality in its own way, but this is not like a, a first person shooter to where the person will see the entire model up close. So it doesn't have to be perfect. As long as it has a basic shape, then it will work. Okay, so essentially what I'm doing here is I am adding loop, cut, and slide, cutting parts of it, deforming the cube, and going from there. What I'm going to do is finish modeling the lower receiver, and then I'm going to add another square to the upper receiver. Now, you don't have to add another square, but adding another square helps. So I'm going to do that, and from this point, it's really just adding loop, cut, and slide, and adjusting everything to make it work. So for the next, I don't know how long this video is going to be. It's just going to be me silent. I'll probably put some music on. I don't know. And once I get to something like cutting out the trigger guard, I will stop and resume the tutorial from that point. Okay, well, I'm going to model this whole thing on video, so enjoy the rest. Feel free to fast forward, look at the comments. I will post a chapter skip so you can go directly to the part where I explain cutouts. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is show you how to add a face and cover up this little hole here. So what we're going to do is select the edge tool. We're going to right click on that corner and we're going to hold control and right click on this corner. So once you have that selected, you're going to press F and that will throw in a little face there. So let's do it one more time on this side. I'm going to press F again and there you go. And that covers that part. Okay, so we're back, and essentially this thing looks like crap, mainly because it's thick. And as you see, the detail is it just doesn't look good up front, but that's perfectly fine because this is a Project Zomboid. You can get away with stuff. That's why it's easy to model things for Project Zomboid because you don't need so much detail. Now, to get the thickness down a bit, I will have it's somewhere around here. I think I can find it. Forgot to mention, if you press C, you'll see a little window here. From here, you can left click all you want to select a lot. And what we're doing is selecting all the sides. So I'm going to press C again, or I'm going to right mouse click to. Whoa! Okay, that didn't work out. Let's try it again. The goal is to select entire one side of something. There we go. Now let's adjust it by this way. And as you see, I messed up one thing, but that's fine. We'll cover that a little later. In the meantime, let's get the thickness just right. It's a little thin. That looks about right. So in other games, you probably want to make these rounded, but in Project Zomboid, you can get away with that. You don't have to do it. So we're going to select the face selection. We're going to right click that and press X on the face. We're going to repeat the process. And there we go. We just fixed it. Okay. So I know it looks like crap, but believe me, once we get it in a game, it looks better. You know what? I really want to fix this trigger stuff, so let's see what we can do about it. Okay, so that is good. Now, normally I would definitely round this up, but because it's Project Zomboid, I think we can get away with that. That's actually really bothering me, but let's just move this along just so I can show you some stuff. Okay, so I'm thinking this actually looks pretty good. So, okay, we're not going to cover painting because I already did that in a video. So, I've already covered how to get your model in the game. So, actually, I think we're actually done now. So, basically, we went from a simple square cube to this. Now, I know it doesn't look pretty, but with a lot of time and patience and some creativity, you can make this look really good. But the best part of it is only 370 tries, so it's very small. So if you take a look at my other videos, you can find out how to paint the slide on the lower receiver, the upper receiver, the barrel, the pistol grip, and you can actually make this thing look really nice. Um, I just wanted to show you how to kind of design the weapon and just to give you an intro to establish your foundation to where you can figure things out, how they move, and then once you figure it out, you can design stuff, and then you can go ahead and make these rounded trigger guards and make this thing actually look like the picture behind it. So as you see, I shortened it up, but yeah. So that is it. That's about it. This is yeah. If you got any questions, leave a comment, and I'll see what I can do to help you.